And we're back. So I just have a couple things to share with you. I've been out of work the last couple days. You can probably hear that I probably don't sound the best. Not that I ever usually sound good, but definitely don't sound good right now. So I got into a little bit of reading, as I like to do. And one of the books that I've been reading slowly but surely, picking up just here and there, is Rewire by Richard O'Connor. And I've gained a lot of really cool things and helpful insight and strategies from his book. The one that I want to point out that I read over today talks about pre-commitment strategies and how we can get ourselves to fulfill our willpower in any given situation, because this is one that I've been preaching and saying over and over again in multiple videos. But he talks about pre-commitment strategies, and one is simply to make it very painful to fail by announcing your goals to all your friends. Have you heard that before? Yeah, I think that's a fantastic way to really start to hold yourself accountable and put a little bit of pressure on you, not so much that you feel stressed and anxious, but a little bit of pressure on your shoulders to know that there are other people out there who know what your goals are and what you're trying to achieve, so that as they see you doing certain things that may or may not align with making progress towards those goals, they can try to keep you in line, or at least make comments so that they know that you're out of line. So that's a great thing to do, is have pre-commitment strategies, and certainly that's one way to do it, is sharing your goals with your friends so they know exactly what you're trying to work towards. The other thing I thought was interesting, there's so many different points in this book, but I'm going to keep it short because I'm ready to go to bed. But the other thing to talk about is this idea that, we really do have control over our minds and how we wire ourselves to think about certain things and to do and behave in certain ways. And it's fascinating because we have the opportunity every single time we make a decision and every single time that we do something to either strengthen the impulse to do that again or to weaken our ability to have willpower to not do that thing. So as an example, if I tell myself I'm not going to eat anything unhealthy, and I tell myself that over and over, I'm not going to eat anything unhealthy, I'm just going to eat healthy, every time that I go and pick up a cookie or something that's not healthy and doesn't align with what I'm trying to do, I make an excuse, right? Like, why in that specific instance? Well, it's just one time, it's just one cookie, it's just, it's been a bad day, or I feel sick. Now all of a sudden it makes it much easier to make an excuse again, to come up with another reason, another time to not follow through on my game plan. Likewise, if when that cookie comes around and the opportunity to eat unhealthy comes up and I stay strong and I have the willpower and I follow through and I don't fall into eating unhealthy, now all of a sudden I'm making more connections that I'm strong, that I have the willpower, that I can push through and do the next thing and not fall in to getting off track. So I think that's important, just a general idea to know that we have that opportunity to strengthen or weaken those connections in our mind every single time, and our nervous system even, from our mind to our bodies, because that's how our behavior occurs, to make those strengthening connections or to weaken them in every single decision, every single action we take. So let's be intentional and consciously aware about the things that we're doing and know what our plan is, know what our goals are, and stay true to that mindfulness of what we're doing and control our thoughts and therefore control our actions. And the more we do that, the stronger we'll get at it, the more willpower we will have in every single situation, which will ultimately allow us to be better aligned and more focused and capable of doing the things we need to do and avoiding the things that we want to stay away from to put us in the best possible position to achieve the things that we want to achieve. Whew, that's it, folks. That's all, folks. Have fun. Be awesome.